Sasha Kadri, one of the co-hosts at London Tech Week 2024. Delighted to be joined by Lois Smith, Field Marketing Leader at IBM in the UK. Lois, great to speak to you. We're at the end of London Tech Week 2024. Indeed, we heard from your CEO, Nicola Hodson. She was talking about how generative AI has gone from pilot to production and is driving real commercial value. What were your three highlights from London Tech Week this year?
Hi, Sasha. Thank you very much. It's great to be here today, and very excited about the whole engagement around London Tech Week this week. First of all, my initial impression from London Tech Week is all about excitement and enthusiasm. Seeing how the whole UK ecosystem comes together to address the really significant challenges that we're seeing through the adoption of technology. I think really interesting focus on some of those key issues, including sustainability, the future of work, and the skills that support that. And of course, the adoption of technology and the move, I guess, from the hype of last year into the real phase around adoption, as you say. So I think that is really exciting. It's a real opportunity, and we're now seeing real use cases where value is being derived from organizations who are looking at AI as an opportunity to deliver productivity and competitive advantage.
Exactly. There has been so much hype, and now it's becoming a bit more practical. So could you give us a few examples of AI in practice that you've seen?
Absolutely. And in fact, we had a number of clients join us on stage during the course of this week. So it's been quite exciting and really wonderful to have the opportunity to spend that time talking about these really great examples. So I think in the first instance, on the main stage, we were joined by NatWest, for example, who are using AI to enhance customer service for their 19 million customers. By providing access to a wider range of services, more information through conversational AI and their chatbot, Cora, and some enhancements that they've announced even this week with Cora Plus. So I think really exciting personalization coming through as part of the work that they're doing, and improvements to how customers can engage with Cora in a much more efficient way, so they get to their answer much more quickly, and it reduces the amount of time it takes for them to do that. So that's one really lovely example. Another example in healthcare, in fact, where we used AI to help the University Hospital Coventry in Warwickshire to reduce the patient no-shows, which allows doctors to see an additional 700 patients each week. And I think that's a massive productivity gain. The hospital can now review just in 18 hours as many patient letters as it would have done previously in 4 years. So I think really exciting to see the development of that, and how you could scale that over multiple weeks and multiple hospitals, clearly.
Absolutely. I was hosting that Global Leaders stage, and I heard how they reduced the DNAs by running that small pilot. It was really fascinating. Let me ask you about NatWest and the changes that they've been making there. Do you think those changes are being driven because of customer and consumer demand, or do you think businesses feel that they have to start making the changes themselves?
I think AI has been used over a period of time, or increasingly used over a period of time, to address challenges as they come through. I know, for example, in the NatWest case, the chatbot Cora was used over the period of COVID to really help scale the volume of calls that were serviced by the call centres in NatWest in response to issues and challenges that were raised by the pandemic at the time. And I think this is about enhancing that and making that more effective, so that customers are happier with the service that they get from their banks, and can get access to the information and services required in a more personalised way going forward. So I think very, very positive enhancements in how customer service is delivered. And I think that's relevant in banking, but also across other industries as well. Certainly within IBM, we're using the sort of virtual assistants to support our colleagues internally to self-serve in HR, in finance, in IT and operations, in order to make sure that we can get access to information more quickly, in order to resolve issues and move on with the tasks that are at hand. So I think finding information more quickly is critical to many of those things.
And Lois, what advice do you have for leaders or organizations who are at the beginning of that AI journey? Because it can feel quite overwhelming, can't it?
Absolutely, but I don't think it needs to. I think, the key thing is getting the data right. Data along with our people is our most precious asset in business. And I think it's about making sure that we get the right data into trustworthy foundation models in order to ensure that we can realize the opportunity over time. People moving at pace in how they're delivering this. And it's absolutely critical that as part of that, built in is the right level of governance and how we design, build and deploy our applications in order to be successful. The governance piece is absolutely critical, and is why we've built that as an integral part of our IBM watsonx AI and data platform. I think we're seeing applications in many different areas across the different functions within an organization. So, we see applications in cybersecurity, in IT operations, as we've talked about with NatWest in customer service. And also from my perspective in marketing around content generation, and really making sure that we're delivering very engaging content in the right format and structure in order to ensure that organizations and individuals engage with that content in the most productive way.